welcome back to another video, and today I have an absolutely epic Trickstar Sky Striker deck profile for you guys. Now, Trickstar Sky Striker is a really classic deck, back in 2018, 2019, super popular, but then something happened. The deck got hit, Hornet drones got hit, and yeah, that basically killed the deck. But now with Engage back, I do see a light for this deck, and I think it can compete in the upcoming metagame, so I do think this is the only way to play Trickstar in 2021, to be honest. But without further ado, be sure to smash the like button, comment down below what you guys think of the deck, and of course subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free and it helps you out a ton, and it means a lot. Of course, thank you so much if you guys do. And of course, without further ado, let's get right into the video. First off, we have triple Trickstar Candina. Now, Candina is the best one by far. Basically, you can normal summon it, and on summon it searches any Trickstar card from your deck to your hand. This can search your Reincarnation, it can search your Light Stage, it can search your Lycoris, Korobane, or even Lilybell. You have so many targets, and really, seeing Candina is never bad. And then, of course, Candina makes this deck a terrible deck to play against in time, because basically each time your opponent activates the SpartaKing card, they get burned for 200. So, yeah. Comment down below, minus 200 right now, if you guys, remember that. Just comment down below, minus 200. I want to see how many we can get. Now, next we have double Trickstar Lycoris. Lycoris is really good. It has a quick effect. Basically, you can reveal in your hand and target a Trickstar monster you control, bounce the Trickstar monster back to your hand, and then summon it. And each time a card is added from your opponent's deck to the hand, well, no, just to your opponent's hand in general, it inflicts 200 damage to your opponent. So why this is good? This is a format where Imperm is being more played and stuff like that. So let's say you normal summon Candina, they chain Imperm, chain Lycoris, put Candina back to your hand, summon the Lycoris, and then Imperm will just fizzle and Candina is still resolved. So this lets you play around hand traps like Valor even. This also burns, and obviously it's a great thing to just push for game. I really like this card, and sometimes even if you normal summon Candina past, you can literally just next turn go Lycoris, bounce back the Candina, then normal summon Candina again. It's just such a great card. I wish I could play that 3, to be honest, but sadly, no space. One Trickstar Korobane. The only problem with this deck, I would say, is outing big monsters, and Korobane is very searchable, and it really helps with that. So Korobane actually lets this deck like fill in its big weakness, which is big monsters, ironically. But yeah, Korobane is a great card, but at more than one, it really isn't necessary, and it's a great extender too. One Trickstar Lilybell. Lilybell, when it's searched, obviously you can summon it, and it's a great extender. And you do have to run it, and it's also like recycling stuff. It's just a great card. But sadly, drawing this card is pretty bad. But once again, this card can attack your opponent directly, which is pretty nice. So, you know, it's never that bad, even if you do draw it. I do like having the Lilybell at 1. That's the first, our, not Sky Striker monsters, our Trickstar monsters. Onto the Sky Strikers, we have one Sky Striker, Ace Ray. I want to have the one Ray. I don't like running more than one of this card. This is not a Sky Striker deck. This is a Sky Striker engine. And I do think one Ray is right, especially that we just have Candina. We're not running many monsters other than hand traps. So Ray is just a good card to have at 1. Triple triple Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Now, Ash is obviously a broken hand trap. I really love Ash, and I think everybody does too. It's a great card. Triple Droll and Lockbird. Droll is the best hand trap in the deck. If you have Reincarnation Droll, you literally win, because you go Reincarnation and then, well, double Reincarnation Droll or Reincarnation Droll. You can even go, if your opponent searches something, go Droll and go Reincarnation, banish their entire hand, and they don't draw any more cards. Droll's just a broken card in Trickstar in general, and you have to run 3 of this card, otherwise the deck is significantly worse. Run Droll, not optional. Double Effect Veiler. Now, Effect Veiler is a great card, obviously, Effect Negation. This would be Imperm, but we are running the Celine and Hulk package, so, you know, we have to run the Veiler. Double Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion. Bell is an amazing card this format. Yeah, so is Crow. You can sub this out for Crow. It's really one or the other. They're both absolutely amazing. But yeah, it's a big hand trap lineup. How much is it? 3, 6, 8, I can't do math, 10. 10 hand traps, it's pretty big in a deck of 40 cards, but once again, drawing hand traps is never bad in the second. This is a going second deck, so I love this lineup. One Artifact Scythe. Now, Scythe is obviously just broken, especially in a format that's so extra deck reliant. This card will just end your opponent's turn. They will have to pass. You bring it off of Sanctum, and even sometimes, because you're playing Trickstars, if they have back removal with Striker, for example, Jamming Waves or Afterburners, then you open the Scythe, which is a brick. You set the Scythe, they pop the Scythe, you get the Scythe. It's that easy, and the card is really great. One Trickster Light Stage. I wish you could run more than one of this card. This card does so much for the deck. Basically, when it's activated, it searches a Trickstar monster from the deck to the hand. This can search your Searcher Candina, it can search you Lycris, it can search you a free extender in the form of Lilybell, because when you search it, you can special it. It can search you Corobane to beat over big monsters, or once again, a big extender. But yeah, Light Stage is a great card. And then also it has an effect. You can target a set card your opponent controls, a set spell or trap card your opponent controls, and basically during the end phase, send it to the graveyard, and it can't be activated this turn unless they chain it. So what you have to do, you target their set card, and if they don't chain it right then and there, they can't use it for the rest of the turn, and it has to be sent to the grave in the end phase, which is very, very powerful. On top of this, each time a Trickstar monster inflicts 200 damage to your opponent, guess what? It inflicts 200 more. So that minus 200 that you guys just commented down below, it's minus 400 now. And it just keeps on adding up. This deck is terrible to play against in time because it will just win. But it's also hilarious because it's so fun. Debatable. It's strong for sure though. One, Terraforming. Terraforming obviously searches your light stage. It's at one light stage, so you really have to max out copies. So Terraforming helps you do that. Now, on to the MVP. Sky Striker, Mobilize, Engage. Engage, obviously, I don't even think I need to explain this card. If a search that also draws one is bad, then I don't know what's good anymore. Double Sky Striker Mecha Widow Anchor. I do believe 2 Widow Anchor is right. I think 3 Widow Anchor and no Afterburner is wrong, or like 3 or 2 Widow Anchor and Shark Cannon stuff is just, I don't think it's necessary, to be honest. I like the 2 Widow Anchor in the deck, and I do think that's just the right choice. 1 Sky Strike Maneuver, Afterburners, it's either this or Shark Cannon. Your choice, both are great. 1 Hornet Drones, obviously another Ray that doesn't take up your normal summon, great card. 1 Mind Control, once again, this is a going second deck, and Mind Control is oddly an insanely powerful card. So don't sleep on this, because Mind Control does still exist. Triple Pot of Desires. Now, Pot of Desires, obviously, I love this card, but I also hate it, and you really have to go all in or all out. 2 is mathematically incorrect. You either run 3 or you run none at all. It's up to you. I do think Desires is a great card in this deck, though. 1 Scapegoat. Scapegoat, as weird as it is, it's so powerful, especially late game. It's really, really great. Triple Trickstar Reincarnation. Reincarnation is the best card of your deck. In case you guys don't know what Reincarnation does and you missed out on 2018, basically you banish your opponent's entire hand. That alone is insanely powerful already, and then they draw the same number of cards. And in the graveyard, you can banish it and also special summon a Trickstar monster from the graveyard, and neither of the effects are once per turn. So if you have multiples, you can activate multiples. Now, if your opponent, let's say, activates a card and searches for something, let's say they search an end phase Shizuku into Engage, you can go Reincarnation, banish their only copy of Engage out of their hand. Nice. And then let's say you draw them on resolution of the Reincarnation because they drew cards equal to the amount that they have in the hand. And you have another Reincarnation, activate Reincarnation, you banish your entire hand, they don't draw anymore. And guess what? You have extenders in the graveyard now because of Reincarnation. This card is great. It even saves you from being OTK'd because of the extenders. I love this card. Triple Paleozoic Dynamiscus. I think Dynamiscus is an insanely powerful Septon card. It will help you get an extra spell engraved if you need it. It can get you these cards engraved like your Trickstars for your Reincarnation. And to be honest, I just do think it's very, very powerful. Triple Artifact Sanctum. Artifact Sanctum is one of the best cards in the deck. I'm not even gonna lie. Sanctum brings out your Scythe, and Scythe just wins. You can sub out the Dynamiscus for Trap Tricks if you really want to see the Sanctum even. You can go like 1 Dynamiscus and then maybe cut down the, I think maybe Ash to 2, and then you can go like Trap Trick at 2. Which is also good. This is definitely a valid option. This is great as well. But yeah, Sanctum is just an insanely powerful card. Now, onto the extra deck, we have 1 Hayate, 1 Shizuku, double Kagari. 1 Hayate, we don't need more than 1, but this card is great. Going second, which is what this deck does. 1 Shizuku, obviously searching is never bad, so you might as well take advantage of it. Double Kagari, recycling is incredibly important, and that's why Kagari deserves a 2 of spot. Now, this is a loose extra deck. This is not tight. There are so many cards in here that you can cut, and I think that this is perfect, actually, because Kagari is just amazing. 1 Linkuriboh, obviously Linkuriboh is just broken, especially with all the hand traps, and obviously for the Scapegoat package, you just link off a token to Link Spider, link off into Linkuriboh, make some stuff, go whatever you want, make a link for. one Nightmare Phoenix, one Nightmare Cerberus. Both of these are great, and you're making these really often. One Nightmare Unicorn. Unicorn is also, just for the same reason, just great. You're making these often to clear up your main monster zones. We have one Top Logic, Bomber Dragon. Bomber Dragon is especially good in this deck. While it's unconventional, you can summon your Lycanroc from your hand as it's a quick effect during your opponent's turn to a zone that Bomber points to and just nuke the board during your opponent's turn, which is just so powerful. One Borlaug Dragon. This card is incredibly slept on in my opinion, and I do think that this should be running, especially with Altergeist being on the rise. One Almirage. Almirage is a great card. Obviously, like Axis Code, Celine, and Hulk for our package. You can make this so easily, and it just steals games that you shouldn't be winning. Triple Lancia on the side deck, triple Twin for back row hate, triple Judgment, triple Strike, triple Teekaboo. You can side these in if you end up going first, because once again, this is going second deck. Side in some hand traps, keep in the draws, side in some hand traps, take out the mind controls, put in 9 traps, and you're good to go. And that's basically it for the deck profile. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, be sure to smash the like and comment down below what you guys think of this deck, and of course, minus 200. And of course, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Alright guys, peace.